What a beautiful day out here, a little bit windy. I'm up at my mom's again, but this will be the last time we're here. So I'm just taking a few videos of the whole property and whatnot. She's going to be moving back to hometown, back to Stillwater. It's a couple hours from here, so she's sold this place. And I'm going to be here helping her clean up a little bit. But she's got all this clover, no cows are in here. And of course, because the neighbor can't put his stuff in here anymore. And so they cleaned out that whole barn, all the stuff that used to be in there, the big trash pile and boards and everything that was over there. And we'll go down to the pond in a little bit and get a picture. I'm going to be trying to catch me a big old snapping turtle that's down there. So we'll see if that thing will get hooked or not. My trap didn't work and she got rid of it. I think it was too tight on the door. You need one of them nets or something that flips a little bit easier. All right, as you can see, she's making a lot of progress. Tractor's gone. Most of the stuff that was over there is gone. The shelves are all cleaned off. She does have quite a bit of things right there she's going to put up to sell. Toolbox that was right there, of course, that's down at my house now. And then a lot of these things are just, you know, hacksaws and stuff to get rid of, whatever. So we got a lot of work to do, so we have to get her out about Wednesday. But I've got something a little bit more important to do, and that's this. This is an old jug line. So I'm gonna go down there and try to catch me a snapping turtle. I know when we were growing up, I guess you could call it a family reunion, down at Black Bear Creek all the time, and me and my cousins would be swimming around the creek and playing, fishing and doing whatever, and my dad and my uncles would be noodling for catfish, and we'd always have one trot line, and there would always be snapping turtles on that trot line. So it's pretty much the only thing fishing stuff we got left here is this jug line. I can't seem to get it off though. It's got a knot in it or something, so I'll have to take a look at that. But we would go down there and catch them snapping turtles on that trot line. So what I'm gonna do is, she's cleaning out these freezers and stuff too, so she's got a bunch of old meat and junk, so I'm just gonna hook a couple hooks on here and lay it right at the edge of the water. You don't want to put it in the water because then the catfish or whatever will come up and you probably catch fish. But just lay it right at the edge. And I mean, how many times do you have a string or a perch that, you know, a little old snake or turtle or something came up to because you forgot about it and ran up to go eat or whatnot, and you left it there and you got a big chunk taken out of your perch. But so anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. Is gonna put me a little piece of chicken leg, or if she's got some liver, that works really good for the turtles. So I'm gonna put a little piece of liver. If not, maybe I'll try to catch a perch down there and put a half a perch on there, and then I'm just gonna lay it right at the edge of the water right there. And the turtles will come up when they get ready to bank. They can smell that and they'll come up and get that instead of a fish. But I gotta figure out how to get the knot out of here. All right, well, I'm gonna have to rig something up here, as I brought a few hooks, but this is the only string we got, and it's way too big for the eyes, and I don't have any fishing line. So anyway, I found some of this old baling wire, and I think I can rig that up, tie it into a little swivel or something, and that's what I'll use. All right, so that'll be good enough. And then I'll just tie this on here in the end, and we should be good. All right. And of course, all I got is some old pork chop meat, so we'll see how that works. Wow, this thing has really dried up. All the way over there. This right here, I don't know if I'm pointing right to it, can't really see. Yeah, somewhere like right on that hill, basically where these tall ones start to end. And then right along here, right along in here somewhere was where the water line used to go. You can kind of see how, if you were to draw a line right here, all the way back, and then around that corner right there, that's the water line. With all the rain that comes from that creek. So starting at that white shed over there, it comes down kind of like that, goes around, down like that, right kind of behind those trees a little bit, and then back up this way. And that's how the water runs in here. And I guess as it comes around that corner, it hits this bank over here and then deposits all this dirt right in here. But if you were to dig this whole portion out all the way to that first bend right there, and then just have a little creek all the way from that barn back there around. This would be a perfect pond, and then closing off that area over there. But that area actually runs from that field back there, comes down this way and into here as well. So you could modify that to be a nice little channel and come in here and it'd be a really nice pond. But I guess over the years, and they've had a lot of flooding last year and a lot of rain, it's deposited a lot here and it just needs some work. But this would be a good time because everything's, you could get a bulldozer or a now and get that cleaned up. Got a good little stump right here to tie this to. I don't even need my stake, but just in case. Hopefully we'll catch us a turtle. Well, I must have had it too deep because it does look like it was been pulled out a little ways, but it's not stretched, so nothing's on it. So let me see. Yeah, that was not where I put it. And it's all gone. Huh. Every bit of it's off of there. So no luck on the turtle. Well, this is one of the things I love about this place. It rained quite a bit last night. And look at that already. I was walking all over it in here yesterday, and all that water came running down here and it's filled this up. My jug line is floating now. And I had that back a few feet. I wrapped it around that stump and then pulled it back some, and now it's sitting in the water. All through here, it's all, I don't know, rose up quite a bit. Look at all that, just difference in one night of rain. Well, at least I can still reach it, I think. Of course, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it unwrapped from that stump. That's why you wear Crocs. You never know what you're going to see. Alright, I got it right out there, just past the weeds. And I'm going to put this up here a little higher this time. Let's see if we get something this time. I don't think I'm going to get my turtle. It started just pouring down rain again. And this is what it looks like up here. I haven't gone down to the pond yet. It's been going on for a little while. And you can see it running. I don't know if it'll get blurry, but hang on a second. You can see it running back there a little bit in that creek. And that's what I was saying. It comes down that bend, around, and then right over there behind the barn, behind those things is where that first bend is that I was talking about, where you could dig it out. But, oh well. She's only got this place for 4 more days. And tons of blackberries over there, a bunch of strawberries growing, and more blackberries over here. And then all those are her little wild onion type things. I don't know what they are exactly. And then my pecan tree I wanted, that thing was growing like crazy. I think it's only maybe 3 years old. And then the bird bath that she's had forever, that'll be going to my brother's, because it was a Mother's Day present from way back when we were little. And then these 2 peach trees grew like crazy too. I hope mine at home do that and grow that well. Well, I don't think I'm going to get my turtle. It's just not good enough. It needs to be a nice sunny day where they come out to the banks and get up on there. But as you can see, it's only been about 3 hours from when I filmed this last and moved the jug line from over there. So this is what the pond normally looks like. It's just about up to where it was. It does fill into here, but like I said, I think a lot of that dirt got deposited right in that area. So it's not going to get all the way up to here anymore, but it is already wet up in here and all the way back over there. And then you can see it draining from over there. Coming through the other side and back in there. And it's just a little clearing here, but it's supposed to rain again in another hour for the rest of the evening. So I just thought I would do a little montage to Mom's place, and this will be the last video I get from here. So I'm just going to put something up, and more, I guess, for us than you guys, but this was a good place for hanging out and playing around. So I'm just going to end it on here with a little bit of video from nice rainy afternoon. We hung this gate so that she could come back here to the pond and get out to the back real easily. This barn was one of the first things Phil came up here and helped them do. He spent a few weeks up here in the summertime and helped Bill and my mom put this together just out of some old tin they found around here locally. When they used to have chickens, we built this chicken coop and brought it up here in our truck, and it served for a little while, but we needed to modify it. I have a video of that, but we needed to cut a bigger door on there because it was really hard to get in there and clean it in and out. But and the nest box has fallen off the back, but redoing it, I would cut a big door out of the side, put the nest boxes right there, and then not even put anything on the back side. It'd be a perfect A-frame chicken coop. But she's gonna leave that here for them. She has no purpose for it. In this area here, we had put this gate in to block this. She would keep the little calves in this area here, and the trailers. They had the trailers over here, the corral along there, so that the cows could go from one field to the other. And then this was all blocked off, and this gate's an old heavy gate, so they had to put the wheel on there because this kept leaning. No matter, I think we got like 3 bags of concrete in there, and it still leans in all this rain and wetness. But we put that gate on there so she could get the calves opened and up pretty easily in between the 2 fields. But so that's going to stay as well. And this field has just gone crazy with all the clover out here. But this is the one they took care of quite a bit and sprayed and did some work on, got all the brush and everything out of there. One of these trees somewhere along here, we had to get the tractor because I got the chainsaw stuck. It was still hanging in the tree. I think it might have been that one down there. But anyway, the chain was there for almost 2 years. And then we finally, I guess another big storm came and blew it out of the tree. But we had to lift it up with the tracker bucket just to get the chainsaw out. And then the chain ended up staying in the tree because we couldn't get it undone. That was a mistake. But then these keep falling down here, and the beaver keeps coming back, and so it gnaws them off. Then it gets rid of the beaver, and then they die, and then they fall over. But she doesn't like the trees. I do. She wanted to actually doze them all down and just clear this whole thing out. But she never did, and it's good. It gives a nice little windbreak for the cows and stuff when they're over here. But yeah, a lot of these trees, a few more years and the beaver will probably have them all, but who knows. I don't see him right now, I guess because it's been winter and stuff. But right down in there actually is where his beaver dam was. Yeah, right in there. You can see actually some wood coming in there floating, but he builds it up in this dam in this wall right here, and that's where it is every year. That's why there's probably more here chewed than anywhere else. I don't know if you can see, but I guess that beaver's back again. This right here is where we've had several bonfires. We clean this up every so often from the storms and the beavers. Drag them down here, put them in a pile. This is where we burn them. And then over there where that orange bucket is, for quite a few years there was a big old brush pile over there. That one tree that's hanging over the fence, we tried burning it and just never got it fully burned. But it goes down into the gully. You can see it rushing now right there, and that's where it does. It goes, it's pretty much washed that out. That used to be just a small little spillway, and as that water comes down this pond and around, hits this dam and then goes straight over there, it just washes it out bigger and bigger every time. So the pond did need some work, and they had gotten some estimates, and some people came out to survey it to see exactly what needed to be done. And really it just, we're gonna dig it deeper here and then make a different spillway over there. So, but yeah, we burned a big brush pile, probably about where that spillway is running right now. That tree fell down right there, and then they just pushed all the brush into there, and that's the first brush pile we ever burned. And it took a long time for that log to burn up. But the frog videos are right here. Over there was where we caught most of the frogs, and along here on this side. And then my daughter was over here fishing for the catfish and bass and all of that. This is where we usually would fish, because this is the deepest part of the pond. So we fish here, and then we shoot against that bank right over there. This is where Philip would take the four-wheeler when it's not quite so wide, when it used to be a little bit narrower right here, and come across here. And this is actually the cow trail now, and you can see it goes right there. But this is where you would cross beforehand, but now you can't do that. It's really washed out a lot. And but yeah, he would come over here on the pond dam and kind of, you know, with the four-wheeler and go over there, spin up some mud and do whatever. But it's just fun times, good old fun times. Right down here in this corner by this gate, if she was staying, I planned on putting a feeder right here, because that's where the tree line is, all the way over there, and that tree line goes all the way over to there and back to the back of the other guy's property. So if we were going to attract some deer and stuff onto the property, it'd be right here in this corner, and it'd be a perfect place to just sit over there on the patio and watch. Well, movers are here. They got most of the house in there, just got one more room to go and getting it packed up. Get the truck out of here. We got it pretty clean over here now. Most of that stuff they're gonna just leave. These couple tables and that refrigerator and stove, and then the rest of the stuff was the shower and sink and toilet that they were going to convert the garage at one point in time just to live in for a little while. All gone. Can't believe there was so much stuff in here that we used all the time. We're saying farewell. That's where the guests stayed, and your guest's bathroom. No longer. I'm amazed that we got it all cleaned out, but we did. Everything's gone. So long, farewell. It's been a good times out here, really good times. Lots of things we've done to improve and help them out over the years. Fix things and do stuff. Happy days. Well, this is the final drive out of here. Wave bye, Mom.